Hello guys, let me give you another trade breakdown of the same strategy of different kind. So there are so many videos of the strategy, and it is because of people request me on the Telegram group where these things are shared for free to give more trade breakdown and insight on why I took the trade. That is why I'll keep sharing them as many as possible. So I'm going to show you how you could catch up. You could catch at least a 1 to 5, or even just a 1 to 4 according to the strategy, but I just like pushing it a little bit to 1 to 6, 1 to 5 by trading a sell as well. So this should have given at least a 1 to 5 trade based on this exact checklist. If you check my previous video, we are using the exact same checklist and the process is the same. We are not shifting strategies here and there to make videos. I'm breaking down strategies, and it is based on the same SMC strategy that has been coined and simplified by myself so that it can make work easy for people or for myself generally, because I don't have students. I only share this to motivate people who are also trying to get their own strategies right. So this strategy, this trade had the possibility of looking for a 1 to 6 as I always like 1 to 6, but I prefer to look for 1 to 6 if it is if at least this strategy, this trade would have been given at this particular low point, so that my take profit matches with the high here. That is when now I like taking at least a 1 to 6 so that I can reward myself handsomely. So I'm assuming that if this was the case here, this is where I wanted my entry. Let's say stop loss just below here or something. I would have wanted to take at least a 1 to 6 out of the market, because I want to pay myself for being patient and waiting enough. So as you can see, this would have provided a nice 1 to 6. And then the only reason why I wouldn't trail my stop loss to exactly this point at 1 to 3 is only if I was not in drawdown. If I'm not in drawdown in any of my prop accounts or in any of my account, I'm not in drawdown because of previous losses. If I'm in drawdown, that is how I would track this to make sure that at least I get something out of the market to fill my bucket with, because it's obvious that market may not break this now but may break eventually. So I wouldn't just be rigid enough to be waiting, because it can come, take this high, come at this particular point and then push back to take everything low here. So that is why I would try and trail my stop losses somewhere here, so that at least I can walk out with 1 to 2. I'm aware, by the way, that 1 to 3 is extremely phenomenal, 1 to 2 is very good, and 1 to 4 is now exceptional. So ideally this strategy gives an average of 1 to 6 RR, or even more. Like in this case, if somebody held this trade for long, though I wouldn't do that, because now what is the essence of leaving a 1 to almost a 1 to 5 or 1 to 5.5 if you took it exactly at that particular point and your broker does not misbehave with spreads? What is the point of seeing all the 5% melt down to 0.3 or even being taken out on a break even? It's just ridiculous and unrealistic. So as you can see, this trade really tried to go up again, so it went a little bit up. So it's something that you could hold for long, and if you held for long, you would be rocking at least a 1 to 8, unless you want to get you want to pass your pro firm with one shot. That is when now it's good to hold, but it's good to hold a pro firm like that only if you have already taken a 1 to 3 risk to reward trade, and now you are in a buffer zone. So that is how you would go and look for, let's say, a 1 to 9, a 1 to 8.5, or even 9, so that you pass your pro firm immediately without worrying so much. So as you can see, that one clicked at least a 1 to 9. So even if it was passing pro firm, that one had already just hit, risking 1%. This should have already passed the pro firm challenge from getting this sniper entry. now it is through the need for sniper entry and I hate drawdown that I came up with this strategy. So I'm going to break down everything here. As you can see, everything aligned very well, and that is why the trade played successfully. So let's break down everything using this same strategy and then see how it goes. So let me bar replay so that we can be on the same page again. So this is the same strategy. So we start from a daily time frame, and the checklist is similar to the previous videos for swing. And then I have the day trading strategy, so it depends with which one you want me to make videos for you. So let me remove that. So as you can see, in this market, what has been happening is that we've been having a buy series, and then there's a certain day here on 24th and 20th. This was on Friday, so this trade took place on Monday. So this was now on Friday, it closed. That means that Monday it was a harvesting day. So we mark the low of the candle that closed and the high that we are targeting. So the ideal take profit should be here, but generally, since this is an inside bar, just a pullback, it's a range, it will be providing us a range, something like range initiation. So I'm expecting that this is a range and then it will push to this high. So that is why my take profit ideally should be this place. So now next is trending daily time frame direction close opposite. So that is what it has done. It has closed opposite. Then we now go to first 4 hours to align and confirm. Align and confirm means that we have to wait for it to close. We don't just mark it and now that 4 hours is enough to do something when you wake up, so that by the time it is closing, you've had 4 hours of doing something, like I always do. So the following day, and then this is a Euro USD pair, an USD pair. USD pair give this trade almost at London Open or New York. So you don't need to wake up early. It's only that I wake up early, and that is why I trade JPY pairs and CAD and AUD pairs, so that I can get that early entry in the morning, so that London can just push me to profit and take profit, and then I call it a day. So let's wait and see if the high of this candle is going to be taken, so that we can confirm that it has aligned. So market opens. This is the first 4 hours of the day. Nothing has aligned. So we wait for the next one. As you can see, the next one has aligned and nearly took the high. This is the high of the range candle, so it has been taken. So that means that we will probably, I cannot go in this trade without seeing very heavy pullback down here. I cannot get into that trade without seeing this heavy pullback down here. Otherwise, I'm not interested. So the first 4 hours has aligned, as you can see. The first 4 hours has aligned by taking this high. This one is the immediate candle. It has aligned. So with a very small pullback, it didn't even pull back enough. So we need to first of all now wait for the first 30 minutes V-shaped aggressive manipulation on 30 minutes. So we shift to 30 minutes, and then now just start waiting to see some V-shaped movement downwards, because already we have one leg of the V. Now we are waiting for the second leg of the V, so that we can know that successfully now the manipulation has occurred. So it requires a little patience, because we are dealing with 30 minutes, and that is why we need to pay ourselves wholesomely by looking for at least a 1 to 4 if you are not in drawdown. If you are in drawdown, just take a 1 to 3 and recover first of all, so that your mind can rest. It is obvious that human beings are not born to be taking L's. So this is the high that we are looking at. Ideally, if it starts by taking this high, it makes it very, very high probability, but not all the time. So let's wait and see. So immediately it opens, it does not take, that is the first 4 hours candle. So that is London open, and London is not yet opened. So we're just watching the market after aligning overnight. So you can see it has started giving V-shaped. If it wanted to pull from this point, I wouldn't take it still, because I need more pullback down to fill this imbalances etc. So I wouldn't take it at this particular point, as much as I know that if it unless it pushes and closes above this by wick or by body. I want it by wick, so that it can wick it and then come down to give me good entry, stop loss here, and then I continue. But I'm still watching. So luckily it does not close even if it has been wicked, because that wick is very important, by the way. That wick manipulation, let me see my swing trading checklist. Yeah, so we need to look for V-shaped aggressive. So we can see that the first move was done. Now I need a very aggressive move. That is usually a pullback and manipulation. So I need the wicks. When I see the wick like this, I know that the market is beginning to prepare. So I'm just watching. There's nothing I'm doing. Now London is about to open. The next candle is London open. London open with this aggressive move and a wick immediately. So that one, I'm happy to see the wick. So I'm just now waiting for entry, 30 minutes full body closure and 15 minutes cob. So next is we see a 30 minutes closure. The 30 minutes has closed bullish, but the problem with this is that you can still take an entry and it will work and it will give you very good risk to reward. But now one thing you have to do is you have to give it room to breathe. Maybe let's say 8 pips stop loss, so that it can be wicked and then it will still spare you. Then you target it like this. So the problem with this is that it can be wicked. Another problem is that I don't have 15 minutes scope on my side. I don't know why this thing is lagging. I don't have 15 minutes scope on my side. So I knew that the internet wants to misbehave a little bit, so that it can give me room to talk to you people. So this strategy is coined from SMC. Like I always say, I am an SMC trader. It's only that I managed to summarize this strategy so that it can fit a very good risk to reward and give me minimal analysis paralysis. I'm somebody who likes detailed, and that is my weakness. I like very much detailed things, and that is why when I see so many things, I get analysis paralysis, because I want to see everything aligning, and that is the problem that I'm inheriting from perfection mindset we get from high school and the university, and that is what is affecting me the most. So let's just continue. So 30 minutes full body closure and 15 minutes scope. So ideally, even if 30 minutes is what I need, full body closure, but if I saw 15 minutes scope, I would have entered here. But as you can see, there was no 15 minutes scope. There was no 15 minutes scope formed on this particular candlestick, and that is why I wouldn't want to enter. So I would go and still wait for another body closure, another full body closure. So the full body closure, now let's see the next candle. See, it is like it wants to wick it. Now you can see it has been wicked, but this has been sustained. This rejection here has been sustained, so that tells me that now this market is ready. I do market execution. I don't like stop loss here or here. Now the reason why I would place, ideally this is where I would place my stop loss, because this market I don't expect it to come back down. But the problem with this is that if you check time, we are now starting a new candle. This is a new 4 hours. This is the second 4 hours, so that is why I would put my stop loss somewhere here below here, 10 pips stop loss. So 11 is okay, and then target a 1 to 5, 1 to 6. Now why would I target a 1 to, why am I not targeting a 1 to 6? Because this is where I need a 1 to 6 to be reaching, or somewhere here for a little bit breather. But in this case, I am very sure that I can get at least a 1 to 4. Of course we are not sure, but we just hope that we can get a 1 to 4, and then we will be trailing stop losses. We'll be trailing stop loss with the aim of getting a 1 to 5 or even a 1 to 6, wherever it will going to give us. So in this case, 1 to 5 would be an exhaustion of this buy side liquidity. So that is why when it is over buy side liquidity and I don't want to swing for long, I just extend with one risk to reward. My ideal take profit is 1 to 4, but when I'm overstretching the buy side liquidity, I normally just extend it with 1 pips or with one risk to reward. That makes it 1 to 5. So let's see how it goes. So you can see immediately it starts to move, and then with minimal drawdown. So when you check, ideally this is at what time? This is 18 my time. So candle of this candle, 4 hours started here. This is new 4 hours. This is all 4 hours until here. I really study a lot of 4 hours because 4 hours is what will give me enough movement I want. So this is 4 hours has ended, and then as you can see, 4 hours has started immediately with pushing up, and then this is the aggressive reaction. So I'm waiting. If you took this, if you wanted to get more entries, additional entry, this is the V-shape aggressive reaction we'll be looking for, and this is full body closure. That is where the entry would look like, and then a stop loss just below here, or you can even give it room to breathe. So let's see if it will hold or you will be liquidated. It's okay to be liquidated. Alternatively, the safest would be here, but there's no problem. That place is still okay. So far I'm assuming that you've not been liquidated. So let's see. So you are liquidated, and then now there is more liquidation. This is out. So after this liquidation, this first one now would be a very good confirmation. 30 minutes don't always lie, so this would be 5 pips stop loss, and then another entry because you still have enough. You've made enough money so far. It's nearly 1 to 2, so you can still hold on a little bit. So let's see. Oh, another liquidation, but eventually your take profit is smashed. So you got another liquidation here, tight stop loss, but it went anyway. But it would have given a 1 to 6, which would have been very nice. So unless you took it with a bigger stop loss just to get a 1 to 3, it's okay. So that is how the trade would look like, simply by going to for 1 day, waiting timely on 1 day, and then waiting timely on 4 hours. Then you wait for 30 minutes to give you that. This is the most important thing, V-shape. This V-shape, as you can see, this is just literally V-shape reaction. So this would scare people that the market now wants to go down, because session has just opened. You can see this is exactly V-shape. Session has opened. So but you are directed by 4 hours. Market moves on daily, and then now 4 hours. So 4 hours will always see a pullback, and that is where you get your entry, and then get some good risk to reward of 1 to 5, 1 to 4 is phenomenal.